this team is deep going into this upcoming year, and there's going to be a lot of questions about who rotationally is going to fit based on what this team is going to be looking for night in and night out. And Dinwiddie is going to be a part of that. Who are you going to be looking to see kind of fighting for minutes here with the amount of guys that this team has and what they're trying to do this upcoming year?
Well, look, I think you're pinpointing something that we will be talking about a lot because let's face it, Jaden Hardy, everybody wants him to take a step forward and do more as he continues to blossom into his career and his career continues to advance. And obviously Dante Exum had, for the most part, a pretty strong debut season in Dallas. So maybe some did wonder, why did they need Dinwiddie? But my sense is that management felt like, as well as things went last season with Kyrie's first full season in Dallas, he still only played, 57 regular season games. We know both he and Luka are going to miss some time because of the wear and tear that they both faced during the regular season. The Mavericks did look at Dennis Smith Jr. They did consider bringing him back. And I also reported last month that Talen Horton-Tucker was someone that they considered making a move for. But ultimately, my sense was that they just felt like we've seen Spencer Dinwiddie in that third guard role. He's very good at it. He's accustomed to it. He knows already how to play off of Luka and off of Kyrie, having done it in Brooklyn. And when they need a starter, if they need a spot starter in 10, 15 games, they're going to obviously hope it's not more than that. But if they do need a spot starter that many times, I think they'll feel very comfortable going to Spencer Dinwiddie. And what I didn't realize is, from what I'm told, Dinwiddie maintained property in Dallas even after he left the Mavericks. He went back, of course, to the Nets in the Kyrie trade, and then he chose the Lakers over the Mavericks when he became free last season in the buyout market. And instinct tells me that one of the more interesting questions on Media Day will be, I'm sure it might even be Kevin Gray who asks this question. Spencer, why did you pick the Lakers over the Mavericks when you were a free agent? You could have come back last February. But look, Spencer Dinwiddie is a Southern California native. He was a top high school player in the area. The chance to go to the Lakers, and the way I understood it was LeBron James made a pretty strong recruitment push to convince Spencer Dinwiddie to join the Lakers last February. So, but all that said, I know that Kevin Gray will be in the front row or there or nearby on Media Day to ask Spencer Dinwiddie to expound on his buyout market decision. Am I right?
Most likely, plus the whole mommy and daddy comment, I'm sure will come back up once again once he decides to talk to the media when we get ready for this upcoming season. And before we end today, because one of the things, not just with Dinwiddie's minutes, but there's a lot of guys that are going to be looking to have playing time here that we're looking to see in terms of a Dante Exum, a Jaden Hardy. There are a lot of guys that toward the end are going to be looking for those minutes as well. What are some of your thoughts on those guys and what that could look like, even with the addition of Spencer Dinwiddie, given how deep this Mavericks team is and what that could mean for certain individuals who the Mavericks may need to see take steps forward?
Well, look, Hardy is obviously a player that has a huge local following. Everybody gets revved up when it's a Hardy party and he starts scoring. So, man, my math is rusty. Year 3 now. He's moving into year 3. Do I have that right? So,
yeah.
Look, I think on the outside, there's going to be a great deal of curiosity to see what kind of role he can carve out because the backcourt is so crowded. And then where I think Exum fits in, one of the big questions about this Mavericks team with Klay Thompson coming in and Derek Jones Jr. leaving, the question is going to be, how much better will the offense be? How much worse might the defense get without Derek Jones Jr., whose sole focus really was defense? And so that's where a guy like Exum, who has proven that he can defend as well as be that third ball handler. It's one of the more fascinating things to me about the modern NBA that's, so many teams, they love to get 3 ball handlers on the floor when they can. And I mean, I think that's a big reason why Spencer Dinwiddie is back, because he did so well in that role when you had Luka Doncic, Jalen Brunson, and then Dinwiddie as even a third very capable ball handler and playmaker and shot creator. So, Exum, if there are issues defensively, that might work to Exum's advantage to help him get minutes. But I got to be honest with you, as we sit here in late August, as I sit here in my London hotel, fully immersed in a soccer culture where there isn't a whole lot of NBA on the streets of London in late August, I don't know how the minutes are going to be distributed. I'm sure it's going to be. I'm sure that's a question that Jason Kidd will field pretty early in his media day availability, because this is a very deep team. I mean, there are more than 10 guys that can play on this team. And it's not easy to find minutes for more than 10 guys. So we'll see.